is when I kind of started this whole YouTube journey of mine, and but I didn't really see it as what I'm doing with it now. I just saw it as a way to put up some videos or put up content from, at the time, a DVD that I did that went along with my very first book. The first book that I ever wrote was a book called The School of Hard Rocks. And on the heels of that, my publisher gave me a deal to record a DVD to go along with the book. And at that time, I created this YouTube channel to put some short little segments of that video up on YouTube for people to experience, and also as a way to drive sales, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's what we all do. And as time went on, it just kind of became a platform for me to put stuff up. 2016, I was going through some stuff in my personal life that was it was a little bit heavy. And one of my friends said to me, he saw that it was weighing on me quite heavily. He goes, you know what, man, you need to do something to get your mind off of the stuff you're going through. And so that's where I came up, and he told me, he goes, you know, man, he goes, you got that YouTube channel. You really should focus on that because you're good at speaking to the camera. And plus my DVD had been out for a while and I was working on a new book and going on to new projects. And I thought, yeah, you're right. I will. So what I did was I came up with this concept that I called it the Professional Musician's 31-Day Diary. And so every day, I was really diligent for a month, 31 days, I did a diary of what it means to be a professional musician. Now, as that passed, I didn't lose enthusiasm for it or anything. I just saw it as a project. So once it was done, the 31 days was over, I just went on to something else. Well, now I'm looking at a bit more as a big picture thing. And so I'm putting content on here all the time to build up my YouTube channel. When I put on the hat, when I'm talking about being a professional musician, when I put on the hat, as a drum teacher, there's a big part of my career that is just that. I sit at the drum set over here or at the practice pad back there with students, whether in person or online, and I talk about different subject matters, playing the drum set, playing rudiments, working on chops for drum corps or drum line, what have you, whatever, right? I teach people how to play the drums. I would say at this point in my life, I've definitely into the hundreds, but probably close to in the thousands, I've taught people to play the instrument. It's the driving force behind my life, being a drummer, that is. But what I've found that happens is that is morphed into not just how to play the instrument, but how to navigate the music business. So back to the video diary thing and what I'm doing here, that's kind of what the video diary was. I was talking about what I do to navigate the music business. But what I found out was that it helped people. It helped people on their journey to navigate them being musicians. And so because of that, and because of the fact that I've been in the business for so long as a touring musician, a teacher, a recording artist, an author, I've helped other people on their journey, whether it be and I always say young musician, like a young musician first starting out, but it doesn't need to be like an age thing as young. It just like maybe if you're an adult and you're new to the business and you're going to play your first gig or you're going to do your first recording session. So I do a lot of mentoring and a lot of music business life coaching, I call it. Incidentally, if you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the description below to my website. You can reach out to me. I'd love to help you with it. As long as I've been doing it, there's not too much that I haven't seen or haven't a problem that I haven't run into. At any rate, I digress. So that's a big part of why I'm doing this channel and really what the 31-day diary had turned into. Couple of videos in there that I really liked. I don't want to just sit here and name drop, but a friend of mine, Stevie D, an amazing drummer. He's played with some of the biggest names in the industry. He's played with Don Felder. He has played with David Gilmour, David Crosby when he was alive, and the list goes on and on and on. I'll put his video. I'd interviewed him for this thing, and his video actually ended up being 3 days worth of content. for the 31 day diary. And those have done really well. People really enjoy those because of hearing his stories of playing for those artists. Number one, I think, but number two, Steve is a great guy and an amazing, amazing musician. So again, down in the description below to this video, I will put the links to those 3 videos. So if you're interested in hearing his story, check him out. And so that was something that I thought was really cool, because now not only were you learning from me as a music business coach, but you're learning from one of the guys who play for some of the biggest artists in the world. And there's always little snippets of information that we can pull from those things, right? Somebody's story. Oh, I never thought of doing that. Or, oh, I think I'm going to try that. That's what this is all about. Now, so that was the purpose of that particular video diary. Now, when I started doing this, a couple of my friends have been watching the videos, helping me out, giving me feedback. I'm a big believer in feedback. I don't think that feedback always needs to be positive. I think sometimes when you hear negative feedback, it kind of helps you grow, right? It's just like a drum lesson. If you come in here with me and you can play everything I'm giving you, that's called a waste of money, right? So I'm going to give you feedback. Well, let's work on this. Let's work on that. Maybe try this. You're not playing that so well. That's what lessons are. And I think that's how we learn. So anyway, I had a friend of mine watch some of the videos that I'm doing now, and he went back and he started going through old videos, and he started watching some of the video diary, and he goes, man, you ought to talk about that, get people to go watch it, but there's a few days missing. What's going on with that? And he's right. I'm a big believer that some people come into your life for your lifetime. Some people are there for a season, and some people are there for a reason, right? And that's a cliche. That's something that a lot of, you've probably heard that before, but it's true. I think that sometimes you learn from people that you don't want in your life. So there's a couple of videos in there where I had some content in there from people that at the time I was working with and I considered friends, and we have since parted ways. And those relationships, when you deal with those things, those can be hard, right? And so I decided at that point, you know what? I just think I'm going to take those down. And it didn't really have anything to do with like trying to slide them. I was just like, this is my channel, and I don't want those people on my channel. And so I took them down. So the stuff that was in those videos is still relevant, and all of the stuff that were in those videos that were taken down are being shared here in these videos on the platform now. So you're not going to miss out on anything. But if you go through and you go back and you watch it, you're like, hey, day number, and I don't know what the days are, day number such and such is missing. Why is that? What's the reason in that? Well, there you go. Now you know why. And I think, being vulnerable and just saying, hey, some negative things happen, and I had to cut some people out of my life, and I just don't want to see them on my YouTube channel anymore. I'm okay with that. So just kind of telling you the truth there about that. And again, being vulnerable, I guess. I don't know. But really, the big picture to the whole thing is this. At the end of the day, I grew up, you can see this collage behind me back over here. You can see maybe the one right over this shoulder, right there, that little red barn right there. That is the barn that was behind the house that I grew up in on a cattle ranch in Colorado. And I've been able to navigate my whole life. I've been all over the world playing the drums. I've been in the Sam Morrison Band for 26 years. I've recorded a bunch of albums and records, got to work with legendary record producers, produce content from books on my DVDs when DVDs were relevant. If you have a DVD player and you want some of my DVDs, reach out to me. I have some. I've taught a lot of people how to play the instrument. It's been wonderful. It's just been absolutely amazing. And it's been due to just, hard work and diligence. And I don't want it just to be for that. I teach drums because I do love playing the drums, but more importantly, I know there's a lot of people out there that want to learn how to play the drums. And so I've always enjoyed being able to teach people how to play, to be able to communicate my thoughts with students and navigate them through problems of playing the instrument. But also, again, I think that coaching people who want to play the instrument but go on to do gigs or do recording sessions, or I have somebody right now that I'm helping write a book, right? I wouldn't say I'm a ghostwriter, but I'm helping them out a little bit. Um, to me, that's important. I want to make my mark, as anybody who is an artist does, but I also want to help people. I want to help people navigate the the music business, and really, honestly, sometimes avoid some of the pitfalls that it's so easy to fall into. And it's easy to do that in any profession, in any walk of life. But man, the music business, it'll chew you up and spit you out. It really will. I know maybe that sounds negative, but the fact of the matter is, it's not an easy business. It's a tough one. So helping people navigate that, helping people through these problems that they face as musicians is incredibly important to me. So there you go. There you have it. That's why I'm doing these videos now. That's why I did the Professional Musician's 31-Day Video Diary. Please feel free. I would love for you to go back and check them out, watch them. You'll see they've been up there for a while. You can make fun of when I had hair. And I would love for you to check some of the stuff out. Do me a favor. If you see a video in there that you like, maybe leave a comment in this video of which one you liked, or leave a comment in one of the other videos, which one you like, and give me some of your feedback on what you think being a musician means to you. Maybe something that might help you along the way. Because I'm going to be creating content here all the time and putting stuff up. And again, after having done all the stuff that I've done for as many years as I have been doing it and been able to do it, God willing, I have another 20, 30 years to do it. I think I'd like to think I've learned a thing or two, not only what to do, but what not to do. And I want to share those things here for people who want to maybe not follow my exact footsteps, but they want to play. They want to be a musician. They want to go out on tour. They have an album to record. Whatever it is, I want to help. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.